going on, Dolphin fans? It is your boy Dillon, and making this video. Got some things to talk to you about, considering today was OTA, or excuse me, mini camp practice, and it was open to the media, so there's definitely some things to talk about. Reshad Jones was there because it's, you know, mandatory, but I'll get into that. I'm gonna give you some like quotes of his and stuff like that. So let's see. First of all, Cameron Wolf tweeted, Ryan Fitzpatrick has looked good again today. Several red zone touchdowns, including a pair to Nick O'Leary and a highlight one to Mike Gesicki over Minka Fitzpatrick with good coverage. Fitz has been, dare I say, consistent in spring workouts. Still a while until camping pads come on. Josh Rosen with a touchdown pass to Devontae Parker during red zone work. The defense is getting shredded today during red zone. Josh Rosen intercepted by Jalen Davis for pick 6 at Miami Dolphins practice. Fitzpatrick dropped another dime on Isaiah Ford, who got open on Minka. The word of the day at Dolphins camp today, sloppy. Spare Matt Infante, spare me the Ryan Fitzpatrick mini camp hype. By the way, this stuff's coming from Matt Infante, Adam Beasley, Omar Kelly, Joe Shad, Cameron Wolf. Just want to make sure to give people their credit for it, because these are not mine. Joe Shad tweeted some Reshad Jones quotes and stuff. Reshad Jones says, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I'm one of the best safeties in the league. I mean, I still think that is close to the case. He is getting older. He does have some injury concerns and stuff now. And considering those things, you know, his price point on the cap is getting a bit, you know, high. But I mean, I love Reshad Jones. He's done lots of great things for us. I would love to see him retire as a Dolphin, and I do think he is still one of the best safeties in the league, and I think that he has a lot that he can still do for us. So, you know, whatever. Reshad Jones would like to stay with the Dolphins. I'm in great shape, whatever happens. Reshad Jones on Trade Talk. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty close. When he said talking about his torn labrum. So he's still rehabbing that a little bit, but he's getting close, apparently. Reshad Jones says, I don't have nothing to prove. Yep, got that. He said, you know, it's voluntary. Everything up to this point has been voluntary. And look, I don't give a shit about that. I don't care if a player does not come to a voluntary thing. It's voluntary. I mean, Jesus Christ, right? Like, so if you had a voluntary work thing, and if you didn't want to go to it, you wouldn't go to it. Who cares? Not a fucking big deal. Anyway, let's see. Jesse Davis said today was his first day playing at right tackle. So that tells me, from my perspective, right? So look, there's some things that have come out today I'm going to say are kind of troubling and concern me. So Jesse Davis playing at right tackle gives me the impression that, now, you know, they could just be, you know, moving guys around, and that's wonderful, and now's the time of the season to do it, right? And throughout training camp and stuff is to cross-train guys, but as things go on, you want to solidify guys in their position, so it'll be curious to follow and see how things go. But you want to solidify guys in their positions, so that way, you know who the starting lineup is, and so that way they can, especially with the offensive line, so they can start building chemistry and consistency with each other. So moving him from the right guard spot is kind of telling me that, you know, they might not really know who they're going to want to put at right tackle or right guard. And it just, that to me, I mean, it's certainly not indicative of anything yet. And all it will be is context later on to help, you know, possibly explain the way things, you know, turned out and the way, you know, the results were. But to me, it doesn't sound like it bodes well for the offensive line, which is going to lead into some other things later. Let's see. From Omar Kelly, top performer for today's Dolphins minicamp, Ryan Fitzpatrick dropping dimes from the from pass 1. I'm not sure what he means by that, but whatever. Number 2, Xavier Howard with an interception, and 3, Jalen Davis with an interception. Let's see. Also, it looked like they did cut somebody today. Cornerback Tyler Horton has been released. I don't know if I haven't seen anything yet on if they had brought anybody else in yet, but if they do, you know, if they have, because I assume they have a spot to fill, and so if and when they fill it, I will let you guys know about that. Also, real quick, from a tweet from Omar Kelly, Ryan Fitzpatrick is outplaying Josh Rosen. Fitzpatrick executed the offense at a much higher level. That's not a good thing. Let's be clear about something. That is not a good thing, because then that says that, look, the Arizona Cardinals were willing to trade him away after just 1 year, even though it wasn't entirely his fault that he underperformed. You know, there's been talk about him having an attitude problem. They say he's super smart, but there have been reports even that recently that, you know, it's going to take time, and he's maybe not, you know, as man, it's cold in here. I'm shaking a little bit. He's not as, you know, or he doesn't have as firm a grasp as like you might think or you might want. Obviously, it's going to take time. It's a new system, a new environment, a new organization, so he has, you know, some benefit of the doubt there. But there are some signs that are saying that, you know, Josh Rosen may end up being a waste. It's possible. And that, obviously, that's not anywhere near a fact yet, right? But there are continuing to be more signs that concern me about, you know, us taking Rosen. And then look, if the offensive line doesn't perform and Fitzpatrick, either way, if it's Fitzpatrick or Rosen, neither one of them are going to perform behind an inadequate offensive line. So, I mean, look, as of right now, from my perspective, the way I see it, with everything that's going on and everything that I see, the reports that are out and the data and the information that I have and so on and so forth, I'm not convinced at this point that anything is really going to go right this year. And certainly I don't feel as if we're going to have really much success, and I feel like we're going to end up, you know, high in the draft next year, because we're going to have you know, a subpar offensive line, and then the quarterback play behind it is not going to be great either. So, yeah, man, I mean, look, there's still plenty of time. There's still a lot, you know, that needs to happen. You know, this is just mini camp, obviously. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see how things turn out. And hopefully, you know, hopefully things do get better and improve. You know, I talked about Dieter and how it's looking like he might not necessarily be a disappointment, but not be able to contribute or really help out this year. And we need, you know, so much help along the offensive line. And anyway, look, I have my concerns. You guys know what they are. And again, I hope that they prove me wrong about everything, and I hope that it all works out. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section, and as always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I'm out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.